Welcome back to Dazzy Cars. There are fast cars, there are supercars, and then there are machines that don't just move the goalpost, they burn the stadium down and build something entirely new in its place. Today we're stepping into that rare air. Today we're talking about a car that shouldn't exist but does, a 4-seat hypercar. A family car that outruns million-dollar exotics, a machine that blends insanity with engineering elegance. This is the Koenigsegg Gemera. Take a second and let that name settle in. Gemera. In Swedish it means to give more. And that's exactly what this car does. More power, more innovation, more practicality, more audacity. In a world where hypercars are typically cramped 2-seat ego machines, Koenigsegg looked at the formula and said, why not 4 seats? Why not comfort? Why not everyday usability? And somehow they pulled it off. Now let's talk about the exterior, because the Gemera doesn't gently introduce itself. It dominates space. From the front, you instantly recognize Koenigsegg DNA, that low, wide stance that hugs the ground like a predator waiting to strike. The headlights are sleek, sharp, and surgically precise, almost floating within sculpted air channels. Every curve on this car serves a purpose. Nothing is decorative, nothing is wasted. The hood slopes downward aggressively, channeling air over the body with aerodynamic intelligence that most brands can only dream of. Massive intakes carve into the sides, feeding cooling systems that manage unimaginable levels of power. The windshield stretches dramatically into the roofline, creating a seamless glass canopy effect that feels futuristic without being gimmicky. Move to the side profile and you'll notice something almost surreal. There are no B-pillars. When those enormous dihedral synchro helix doors swing upward, the entire side of the car opens like a sci-fi spaceship. It's theatrical, yes, but it's also functional. It allows genuine access to the rear seats. That's right, rear seats in a hypercar. The body is sculpted carbon fiber flowing like liquid metal frozen mid-motion. The rear haunches are muscular but refined. At the back, the LED light strip stretches cleanly across the width, sitting above an aggressive diffuser that looks like it belongs on a Le Mans prototype. Quad exhaust outlets sit proudly, reminding you that while this car embraces electrification, it hasn't forgotten combustion fury. Moving inside, the interior feels like stepping into the future of luxury performance. 4 full-size seats. Let that sink in again, not cramped excuses for seats, real usable seating. The cabin is wrapped in high-end materials, leather, Alcantara, exposed carbon fiber, but it never feels overdone, it feels purposeful. Each seat is individually sculpted, supportive yet comfortable enough for long-distance cruising. There are cup holders in a hypercar. There are USB ports. There's space, there's climate control for all passengers. The infotainment system is modern, intuitive, and seamlessly integrated into the floating center console. But the Gemera doesn't sacrifice driver focus. The steering wheel is compact and loaded with essential controls. The digital display is crisp and performance-oriented. Everything inside is engineered around the idea that you can drive this car across the country and then obliterate a racetrack the moment you arrive. Now let's talk about what makes the Gemera truly revolutionary: the powertrain. Underneath that sculpted carbon body lies one of the most outrageous engineering combinations ever built. Originally introduced with Koenigsegg's tiny friendly giant 3-cylinder engine, yes, a 3-cylinder paired with 3 electric motors, the Gemera produces around 1,700 horsepower in its hybrid configuration. Let that number breathe. 1,700 horsepower. And if that wasn't enough, Koenigsegg later introduced an option for a twin-turbo V8 derived from the Jesko, pushing output even further into absurd territory, around 2,300 horsepower in some configurations. This isn't just about big numbers, it's about how the power is delivered. Instant electric torque fills in every gap. The combustion engine screams with mechanical precision. Acceleration isn't violent, it's catastrophic. 0 to 60 happens in roughly 1.9 seconds. That's not acceleration, that's time distortion. Yet despite that mind-melting speed, the Gemera can cruise quietly in electric mode for daily driving. It can take your family to dinner, it can carry luggage. It can exist in traffic without overheating or rattling your spine apart. Handling is equally mind-blowing. Koenigsegg's advanced torque vectoring system distributes power to individual wheels with microsecond precision. Rear wheel steering enhances agility. The suspension adapts dynamically, keeping the car flat and stable even at speeds that feel unreal. You don't wrestle this car, you command it. Braking performance comes from massive carbon ceramic discs designed to haul down hypercar velocity without fade. Safety features are integrated discreetly: stability systems, advanced traction control, structural carbon safety cells. Koenigsegg may chase extremes, but they engineer responsibility into every detail. Now let's talk pricing. The Gemera sits deep into 7-figure territory. This is not a car built for mass production. Only a limited number exist. It's exclusive, it's rare. It's essentially rolling art fused with aerospace engineering. But here's the emotional part: the Gemera represents something bigger than its price tag. It represents possibility. It proves that the rules of the automotive world aren't fixed, that you can challenge conventions, that you can build a 4-seat hypercar that doesn't compromise performance. In America, where power has always been celebrated, the Gemera feels like a spiritual evolution. It takes the idea of more and more horsepower, more space, more capability, and pushes it beyond imagination. This car isn't about practicality alone. It's about ambition. It's about a small Swedish company daring to outthink giants. It's about refusing to accept that hypercars must be uncomfortable, impractical toys. When you look at the Koenigsegg Gemera, you're not just seeing a fast car, you're seeing a challenge to the industry. A reminder that innovation still exists, that creativity still thrives, that boundaries are meant to be broken. And if you appreciate cars that rewrite history instead of repeating it, make sure you subscribe to Dazzy Cars, because this channel isn't about ordinary machines. It's about the legends, the revolutionaries, and the mechanical masterpieces that move the world forward. Before you leave, there's something you need to do. Go watch the video that's already live on this channel covering the Acura Integra Type R. That car represents the pure, lightweight, high-revving precision of late 90s Japanese engineering, the exact opposite philosophy of today's 2,000 horsepower hybrid hypercar. It's already uploaded, and watching it right now will show you two completely different visions of performance, both unforgettable in their own way. I'll see you there.